Mother's Day is always a little difficult for me because I have two wonderful children. I'm also a motherless daughter. She passed away unexpectedly in 2022. Changed my DNA. It changed the person that I am. And I'll talk about mama in a minute, but I always wanted to be a mom. I was a model. I lived all over the world, but I just never really thought that it was in the cards for me with the lifestyle that I was living, fast pace that I was going. I don't think I'll ever get married and have kids, and I'm fine with being a dog mom. That was my plan. Ended up moving home and marrying the boy that I had the biggest crush on in high school. And we never dated in high school. I always liked him, but he always ignored me, which made me like him even more, of course. So we got married and he gave me two of the most beautiful children in the world. My son, Cash, I remember I gained 50 pounds with that pregnancy. My husband and I were doing a little game of who could gain more weight. I gained 14 pounds in 1 month because my sweet tooth was off the chain. Model, I never really ate all like these junk foods and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm pregnant. I can do what I want. My husband's mom had made him his favorite apple pie. I went to work and he was like, oh, I can't wait to have some apple pie when I get home. That pie is good. I'm going to taste it. Y'all, I ate the whole thing plus ice cream in 1 day. And I felt so bad because I knew my husband really wanted it when he got home. He goes on, babe, will you make me some of that apple pie? I ate it all. I said, what, you're joking? I said, no, I'm not joking. I ate the whole pie. It was like, what? I ended up going in a week early to deliver my son because he was a huge baby. He was 8 pounds, 9 ounces, and 21 inches long. I was going to try to deliver naturally, well, with an epidural, but pushed him out. I was in labor for 14 hours. The epidural started to wear off and I started to feel it. And it was like the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. Laying in this hospital bed and I'm like, my body's just shaking. I'm in so much pain. My mama is there and she's just laying there with me. I didn't know if I wanted to throw up or she was right there with me. My husband was sitting there watching this happen with his mom. He just felt so powerless. Doctor came in and said, we're going to give her another hour in labor and then we'll discuss doing a C-section. And my husband was like, absolutely not. No, it's too much. We noticed that Cash's heart rate kept going up and down with every contraction, which concerned me. And I feel like the cords wrapped around his neck or something. I think we have to just move. At 2 a.m., they wheeled me into the operating room. They gave me a spinal. I guess it just was not enough or it just was not working. But I felt the doctor cut my stomach open. I can feel you cutting my stomach open. I feel you pulling it. And they were like, what? I was in so much shock at this point. I mean, I wasn't screaming. I wasn't crying. I was just like, yeah, I can feel you cut me open. They had to immediately put me under. My husband told me that they threw him out of the operating room. You know that movie, She's Having a Baby? Well, he's sitting outside of the operating room, not knowing what was going on because it was chaotic. Nurses and the doctors were running around like crazy. My son's heart rate is dropping and he keeps asking the nurses, is my wife and my baby okay? Are they okay? And he's just sitting there and nobody would tell him anything. He couldn't go out to the waiting room with my parents and his parents. He had to just sit there by himself. It's like so heartbreaking to think about that. And finally, a nurse came out and he was like, please tell me, is my wife and my baby okay? And they said, she's fine. You can come on in. I was in recovery and I could hear my husband talking to our sons. And I hear Cash crying and he kept saying, mommy's going to feed you. I know you're hungry. Your mommy worked so hard to get you out. You're so perfect. Daddy loves you. Mommy's going to feed you. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, my baby's hungry. My baby's hungry. Grabbing his arm. And I'm like, just put him here. Just put him here. And so I started to nurse him. We were in the hospital for a week. I remember, of course, everybody wants to come in and see the baby. I do feel like moms disappear. They're very unseen after having a baby. But my mama came in and came directly to me to check on me first. In both of my pregnancies, she came in to check on her baby. So it's such a surreal moment. Because of such a traumatic birth, we were going to be one and done. And then on Cash's first birthday, okay, I think we want one more baby. I'm an only child. My husband had a brother, but he was older. So he kind of grew up in like an only child atmosphere. So then we got pregnant with Monroe, my daughter. With Monroe, we had a scheduled C-section. That was amazing. I did my skincare. I had my makeup done. They wheeled me in. They did the spinal. And I remember the nurse told me, just know that when you feel pressure on your chest, like you can't breathe, that's just your baby coming out. And she was right. And I've remembered that. And that nurse was so helpful because if I wouldn't have known that, I would have freaked out. So Monroe was born. My husband got to watch the whole thing. He was the first to hold her. My arms are still spread out, and they put her down next to me, and with her long fingers like mine, she kissed me with her little beautiful lips. Such a lover already. Just such an easy baby. Nursed beautifully, slept through the night. So glad that my mom had 8 years with the kids. So glad that they got to know my mom, because she really was the best grandmother ever. I mean, she just taught them so much, helped me. She would come over every day for lunch to feed the kids so I could go take a shower and do whatever I needed to do. Just really loved that. She was such a wonderful grandmother. My mom was really the best mom ever. I'm an only child. After me, she had to have a hysterectomy. Had, I think, 3 or 4 miscarriages before she was able to have a successful pregnancy with me. Just such a wonderful mom. Just always took care of everyone. I would call her a million times a day. I just saw a squirrel, and it was on my windowsill, and it was scratching, and I didn't know what it was, and it was a little squirrel, and he was just eating one of those little nuts from out there. Oh, and that's so cute. I can't call my husband at work and say, oh my God, I just saw this little squirrel. Hey, babe, I love you, I gotta go. But my mom would entertain it. Always so supportive of anything I wanted to do. As outlandish as it could be, it didn't matter. She always supported it, and she never judged it. How I am with my kids. Whatever they want to do, there's no judgment. I talk to them like normal people. I don't talk down to them. Listen to their fears, their dreams, whatever it is, because I want them to feel empowered to be able to do whatever it is that they want. My mom was a very strong woman. She raised me to be that way. But when she was still alive, I didn't have to show that strong woman, because mama was gonna handle it. Well, the night she passed away, my whole life completely changed. I had to tell my dad that she passed away. My mom's funeral, there were so many people there. They were just outside the doors. I know that she would have been like, why is everybody here? I don't understand why all these people are here. Mama, because everybody loves you. You are so special. You are so loved. Of course everyone is here. I spoke at my mom's funeral, went back and forth. Am I actually going to do this? Can I do this? And I felt that I had to do it, to tell her all the things that I wish I could have said before that crazy Saturday night at 10 p.m. when I got the phone call. Then I say my social media presence is also a love letter to my mother, because it is. Being able to have a platform to help others find their confidence and be strong, and be proud of what it is that you do. Try to teach people not to be so judgmental of others. Help people realize that you never know what someone else is going through. I feel like my mother lives through me. She's kind of letting all of y'all know, y'all be sweet. You know, that's Linda. All my strength that my mama taught me didn't come out until after she passed. And I'm so thankful I have that, because it's been very, very difficult to maneuver through life without my mother. I don't have a mother figure in my life to talk to about things, so I kind of have to just power through it. They're wonderful friends, but there are things that I just can't talk to anybody about, that only mama would understand, like kind of gut-wrenching. You know, there's something I want to share with her that only she would get, and I can't talk to her. To be honest, when I see moms and daughters shopping or having lunch or calling your mom on the phone, I get super jealous and envious. I do. I want that so bad. I don't remember who I was before my mama passed away. I don't remember who that girl was. I'm a woman now. I was a girl then. If she was still here, all the skincare she would have, all the fun things, I would be like, Mama, let me do this today. This is what we're gonna do. She would just love it. She would just be like, okay, Ashley, whatever you want to do. So yes, Mother's Day is difficult for me to find that balance of not wanting to celebrate it because I miss my mother so much, and also wanting to celebrate because I love being a mom, the most rewarding thing in my life. So to all the mamas out there, happy Mother's Day. Hope you have the best day and you do everything that you want to do. Not what they want you to do. You do what you want to do.